Hello students and good morning. So now I am doing class for class 10, and in the last online class we finished partnership business from arithmetic. So today we will start this mensuration. So first of all, what is meant by mensuration? Mensuration भनेपछि के हो? The mensuration चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि mensuration is that branch of mathematics which deals with the process of measurement. Okay, so what type of measurement is considered here? So what type of measurement is referred out here? So I think in class 9 you did, circle, triangle, I think you did rectangle, square and all. Okay, so now let us take circle. त अब हामी सर्कल लिँदैछौँ. त सर्कल लिएपछि यसको हामी के चाहिँ नाप्न सक्छौँ? मेजरमेन्ट भनेको नै नाप्ने. मेजरमेन्ट भनेको नै के नाप्नु पर्यो अब यो सर्कलको. त वी क्यान मेजर द एरिया अफ द सर्कल. एरिया अफ द सर्कल भने हामी के बुझ्छौँ? यो भित्रको पोर्सन. यो भित्रको पोर्सन के हो? दिस इज योर एरिया. वी क्यान मेजर द एरिया अफ दिस सर्कल, राइट? So I think you know the formula also. How can you measure the area of the circle? We can measure the circumference of the circle. Circumference भने के हो? यो जुन चाहिँ वरिपरिको यो लेन्थ छ, यो वरिपरिको लेन्थलाई हामी के भन्छौँ? सर्कमफरेन्स. यो जुन चाहिँ सर्कलको यो रिङ भनौँ, यो वरिपरिको जुन चाहिँ यो रिङ छ, यो रिङको लमाइलाई हामी के भन्छौँ? सर्कमफरेन्स अफ द सर्कल भनेर भन्छौँ. So for this circle we can measure the area and the circumference of the circle. Okay, now if we draw a triangle, so यो triangle को हामीले के measurement गर्न सक्छौं? So we can measure the perimeter of the triangle, right? So perimeter of the triangle means how many sides are there in a triangle? There are 3 sides of a triangle. So total length of all the 3 sides of the triangle is known as the perimeter of the triangle. So we can measure the perimeter of the triangle. We can measure the area of this triangle. Is that clear? So we can measure the perimeter of the triangle. We can measure the area of the triangle. If you draw a square means all sides are equal. Figure bounded by 4 sides whose all sides are equal and each corner angle is 90 degrees. And for this square, we can measure the area and the perimeter of the square. You can draw a rectangle, isn't it? So if you draw a rectangle, we can measure the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle means total length of all the 4 sides of the rectangle. We can measure this perimeter of the rectangle, and also we can measure the area of the rectangle. So this measurement comes under what? Mensuration. So in class 10, the first chapter is rectangular parallelopiped. Now let's start the first chapter from class 10 in mensuration, that is your rectangular parallelopiped. So now we will start rectangular parallelopiped. Rectangular parallelopiped. Rectangular parallelopiped, or it is also known as cuboid also. यसलाई हामी के पनि भन्छौँ? Cuboid भनेर पनि भन्छौँ. Rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid. So what type of figure is known as rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid? So you can take an example. You can take the example of this box. Okay, so this box is a rectangular parallelopiped, or it is also known as cuboid. So how is it known as rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid? Now you know the base of the rectangular parallelopiped. That is यो जुन चाहिँ यो तल्लो पोर्सन छ, यो तल्लो पोर्सनलाई चाहिँ हामी के भन्छौँ? Base of the rectangular parallelopiped. You can consider the room. You can consider a room. In the room also you have the base, that is the floor. floor is the base. Okay, you can consider the room also. In the room, the floor is the base. Okay, so this is also a rectangular parallelepiped. How is it a rectangular parallelepiped? So this is known as the base. Okay, so this base is a surface, and this upper portion is also the surface. Okay, and these four sides, that means there are four sides here. These are four side faces. These are also known as four side faces. These four sides are also the surfaces of the rectangular parallelepiped. Okay, and this is also known as cuboid. So how many surfaces are here? There are 6 surfaces. You can consider a room. There are 4 walls of a room. These are the 4 side faces. You can consider a room, isn't it? So there are 4 side faces. That means there are 4 walls in a room. That is, the ceiling is a surface and this floor is also a surface. So how many surfaces are there? 6 surfaces are there. Okay, so how many edges are here? Edges means these lines. How many lines are here? This is one line, this is one line, second line, third line, fourth line. Okay, and this is actually, let us see like this. These are the 4 lines, isn't it? And down here there are 4 lines, and this is also 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line. These are known as the edges of the rectangular parallelepiped. So how many edges are here? How many edges are here? There are 12 edges. These 4 edges, down here 4 edges, and these sides 4 edges. Okay, so how many edges are there? 12 edges. And now these points, these are the vertices. Okay, one of the vertices, another vertices. There are 4 vertices out here, and here there are 4 vertices. 4 vertices are in the front and 4 vertices are at the bottom. Okay, so these 4 vertices are in the front and these 4 vertices are at the back. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So there are 8 vertices. So in a rectangular parallelepiped, how many edges are there? There are 12 edges. How many surfaces are there? There are 6 surfaces. And how many vertices are there? There are 8 vertices. Is that clear to all of you? So now you can consider a room also. How many walls are there? 4 walls in a room. So one of the ceiling is there and one of the floors are there. So how many surfaces are there? There are 6 surfaces. So how many edges are there in a room? You can consider a room. 4 edges down here. On the floor there are 4 edges. On the ceiling there are 4 edges. And for these 4 walls there are how many edges? 4 edges. That means 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12 edges are there. So how many vertices are there? There are, again, in a room also there are how many vertices? There are 12. There are how many vertices? Sorry, there are 8 vertices. So we can draw this rectangular parallelepiped on the blackboard also. Okay, so let us draw a rectangular parallelepiped. So this is a rectangular parallelepiped like this. Okay, so how many edges are here? Edges means these lines. How many edges are there? These are 4. This is also 4. This is also 4 edges. That means total edges are 12 edges are there. So how many vertices are here? These are the 4 vertices, and up here these are the 4 vertices. 4 plus 4, 8 vertices. Is that clear? And how many surfaces are there? There are 6 surfaces. Is that clear? So how many diagonals can you draw in a rectangular parallelepiped? Okay. So in a rectangular parallelepiped, how many diagonals can you draw? Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, F, Z, and this is H. Okay, now this opposite corner, this corner and that opposite corner can be joined. This is one of the diagonals, right? That corner and that corner can be joined. This is another diagonal. Again, that corner and that corner can be joined. This is another diagonal. And that corner can be joined. This is another diagonal. Like, you can draw the diagonal like this. You can join this point and this point. You can draw a diagonal inside this rectangular parallelepiped. Again, you can join this point and that point. So this is the second diagonal. Again, you can join this point and that point. This is another diagonal. Again, you can join this point and that point. This is another diagonal. So let us take this example. This is also rectangular parallelepiped, right? So now, if you join this point and this point, you can draw a diagonal inside this rectangular parallelepiped. This is one of the diagonals, right? Again, you can draw a diagonal from this point up to this point. This is another diagonal. That is the second diagonal. Two diagonals are there. Again, you can join this point and that point. This is another diagonal. And you can join this point and that point. This is another diagonal. So how many diagonals can you draw in a rectangular parallelepiped? 4 diagonals can be drawn in a rectangular parallelepiped. Is that clear? So how many vertices are here? So how many vertices are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vertices 8. How many surfaces? How many surfaces are here? 6 surfaces. Like, you can take this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So 6 surfaces are there. So how many edges? How many such lines are there? Edges means lines. How many edges are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges are there. So how many diagonals can you draw in a rectangular parallelepiped? Number of diagonals will be equal to, this is 4. So I think you have understood it. So I think you know the diagram of a rectangular parallelepiped. Okay. So now for this rectangular parallelepiped, we have to measure the total surface area. The total surface area of what? Rectangular parallelepiped, volume of the rectangular parallelepiped, and the area of 4 side faces. Side faces means, suppose if you keep the rectangular parallelepiped like this, area of the 4 side faces means this area, this is your back area, and this area. These are also known as the 4 walls of a room. यदि यो room भयो भने यो 4 surfaces के हुन्छ? Area of the 4 walls of a room. You can measure the area of the 4 walls of a room. You can measure the total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped, and you can measure the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped. Volume भनेको हामीले के बुझ्यौ भन्दा पनि त तिमीले area of the total, that means total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped भने बुझ्यौ. That is area of these 4 side faces plus area of the upper portion plus area of the lower portion. यो area plus यो area र यो 4टा वरिपरिको एरिया जोड्दा के निस्किन्छ? Total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped. So अब area of the 4 walls भन्ने बित्तिकै हामीले के बुझ्यौ? सपोज यो एउटा रुम अरे हैन, यो सानो रुम छ. So area of the 4 walls of a room भनेपछि हामीले के निकाल्नु पर्यो? Area of these 4 surfaces हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो? Add गर्नु पर्छ. Is that clear to all of you? Now, what do you mean by the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped? Suppose यो rectangular parallelepiped भित्र तिमीले पानी हाले रे. बुझ्यौ? पानी हाल्यो माथिल्लो लेभलसम्म, टप लेभलसम्म पानी हाल्यो. त त्यो जुन चाहिँ पानी छ भित्रपट्टि त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी के भन्छ? भोल्युम अफ वाटर इन दैट रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड. त भोल्युम भनेको चाहिँ हामीले भित्रको पोर्सन हेर्नुपर्छ. यो बाहिरको पोर्सन पनि भयो, भित्रको पोर्सन पनि भइगयो. दैट इज नोन एज द भोल्युम अफ द रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड. जस्तो मैले एक्जाम्पल भने, यो रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड भित्र कुनै पनि चीज हाल्दिनु, थुप्रै. बुझ्यौ? यो रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड भरि नै होस्, बुझ्यौ त्यो भित्रको जुन चाहिँ चीजहरु छ त्यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं भोल्युम जस्तै अब सबभन्दा सजिलो पानीले भर्दिनु यसलाई माथिल्लो टप लेभल सम्मै तिमीले पानी हाल्दिएपछि के हुन्छ त्यो पानीले पनि यो रेक्ट्याङ्गुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेट को शेप लिन्छ that water will take the shape of this rectangular parallelopiped and this is known as volume of rectangular parallelopiped. Now we will write down the formula for volume of the rectangular parallelopiped, total surface area of the rectangular parallelopiped and the area of the four walls or area of the four side faces of the rectangular parallelopiped. So I think you have understood it. Okay, next. Now let us write down number 1. This rectangular parallelopiped or it is also known as cuboid and this type of figure is known as what? Rectangular parallelopiped. That means this type of figure or this type of figure is known as rectangular parallelopiped. You can take the example of a room also. The room is also a rectangular parallelopiped. This is also you may take it as a rectangular parallelopiped तर यो चाहिँ सीधा सीधा हुनु पर्यो हैन यो अलिक त्यस्तो rectangular parallelopiped शेपमा छैन जस्तै यो this box यो बक्स पनि एउटा के फर्ममा छ rectangular parallelopiped फर्ममा छ बुझ्यौ कुनै एउटा कार्टुन ल्याऊ कुनै एउटा कार्टुन तिमीले देखेछौ कार्टुन पनि हैन त्यो कार्टुन पनि एउटा के को शेपमा छ rectangular parallelopiped को शेपमा हुन्छ ठीक छ त यो rectangular parallelopiped मा अब हामीले यसरी राख्यो रे सपोज हैन त यो मुनिको यो जुन चाहिँ लाइन छ यो लाइनलाई हामी के भन्छौं लेन्थ यो लाइनलाई हामी के भन्छौं ब्रेथ यो लाइनलाई के भन्छौं हामी हाइट भनेर भन्छौं जस्तै यो लियौं This is a rectangular parallelopiped. This is the base. This is the upper portion. This is known as the length. This is known as the breadth. And this is known as the height of the rectangular parallelopiped. अब यसमा चाहिँ हामीले के देख्दैछौं भन्दाखेरि यो लेन्थ ब्रेथ र हाइट झन्डै झन्डै इक्वल भएको हैन यसमा चाहिँ इक्वल देख्दैछ तर यसमा चाहिँ इक्वल छैन This is length, this is breadth and this is height. All these three are not equal. Length, breadth र height यसमा equal छैन यसलाई चाहिँ के भनिन्छ rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid भनेर भनिन्छ जब length, breadth र height equal हुँदैन त्यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid भनेर भन्छौं यो चाहिँ cuboid हो or rectangular parallelopiped तर यसमा हामीले के देख्यौं यो झन्डै झन्डै यो लेन्थ यो ब्रेथ इक्वल छ हाइट पनि इक्वल छ त यसो खाले फिगरलाई चाहिँ हामी के भन्छौं क्यूब भनेर भन्छौं तिमीले त्यो क्यूब त्यो रङ मिलाउने क्यूब पनि देखेको होला दैट इज नोन एज अ क्यूब ओके त क्यूबमा चाहिँ के हुँदैछ यो लेन्थ ब्रेथ र यो हाइट के हुँदैछ इक्वल हुँदैछ ठीक छ सो दिस इज नोन एज अ क्यूब इज दैट क्लियर टु ऑल अफ यू सो नाउ लेट अस राइट डाउन द फर्मुला नाउ सो सबभन्दा पहिला हामी के लेख्छौं टोटल Number 1. Number 1 is total surface area of the rectangular parallelopiped. Of the rectangular parallelopiped. Parallelopiped. Total surface area of the rectangular parallelopiped. हेर कसरी निकाल्छ अब सपोज यो rectangular parallelopiped क्यूब हैन सपोज अच्छा यो लिँदा पनि भयो इट इज अ rectangular parallelopiped टोटल सर्फेस एरिया भनेको यो 6 सर्फेसेस को हामीले के निकाल्नु पर्यो एरिया निकाल्नु पर्यो ओके त पहिला के निकाल्छौ एरिया अफ द बेस कति भयो लेन्थ इन्टु ब्रेथ माथि पनि के भयो लेन्थ इन्टु ब्रेथ यो दुईटा जोड्दा कति भयो twice into L into B. Is that clear? Next, अब अर्को हामी के निकाल्छौं this area plus that area यो एरिया हामी कसरी निकाल्छौं this length into height यो length into height हामीलाई के दिन्छ यसको एरिया दिन्छ यो पछाडीको एरिया पनि त्यति नै हुन्छ that is twice L into H. Is that clear? अब यो साइडको एरिया कसरी निकाल्छ त यो ब्रेथ इन्टु हाइट गर्यो भने यसको एरिया निस्किन्छ यसको एरिया पनि हामी कसरी निकाल्छौँ ब्रेथ इन्टु हाइट गरी निकाल्छौँ त यो दुईटा एरिया जोड्दा कति भयो ट्वाइस b इन्टु h इज द्याट क्लियर टु अल अफ यु त सबै जोड्दा कति हुँदैछ 2lb 2bh 2lb 2bh अनि अर्को कति हुन्छ 2lb 2bh then 2 into l into h plus 2 into l into h. That is, what is the formula? Twice l into b plus twice b into h plus twice l into h. Is that clear? So that will give you the total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped. That is 2 into length into breadth plus 2 into breadth into height plus 2 into height into length. So which is equal to twice within bracket LB plus BH plus HL. तो L भने के हो length of the rectangular parallelepiped, B भने के हो breadth of the rectangular parallelepiped. This is the length of the rectangular parallelepiped. This B is the breadth of the rectangular parallelepiped. This H is the height of the rectangular parallelepiped. Okay, where L is equal to length, B is equal to breadth, and H is equal to height. Height of the rectangular parallelepiped, or you may write it as cuboid, or it is also known as cuboid. So this is the total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped. So I think you have understood it, so you can copy it. So now we'll do the next formula. So now I am rubbing it. So now number 2, what will be the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped? Volume of the rectangular parallelepiped. Volume of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to. So how can you find out the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped? Suppose this is a cuboid or rectangular parallelepiped, right? So how can you find it? Suppose यसमा तिमीले पानी हाल्यौ माथिल्लो लेभलसम्म आयो त्यो पानीले that water will take the shape of this rectangular parallelepiped, and that is the volume of water or volume of rectangular parallelepiped. यो भित्रपट्टि तिमीले जति पनि चीजहरु हाल्छौ त्यो केमा कन्भर्ट भयो भोल्युममा चेन्ज भइगयो. सो व्हाट इज द भोल्युम अफ दैट रेक्टेंगुलर पैरेललोपाइपेड? त कसै गर्छौ भन्दा फेरि यो लेन्थ इन्टु ब्रेथ, यो लेन्थ इन्टु ब्रेथलाई यो हाइटले के गर्नुपर्छ मल्टिप्लाई गर्नुपर्छ. लेन्थ इन्टु ब्रेथ त यो हाइटसँग मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा के हुन्छ? यु विल गेट द भोल्युम अफ द रेक्टेंगुलर पैरेललोपाइपेड, दैट इज L इन्टु B इन्टु H will give you the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped. So volume of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to L length into, you can write here, length into breadth into what? Height. That is length into breadth into height. Is that clear to all of you? So volume of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to length into breadth into height. Is that clear now? So I think you have understood it. Okay, so you can copy it. So volume of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to length into breadth into height. And next, number 3 is, suppose this rectangular parallelepiped is a room. Suppose एउटा room अरे यो चाहिँ हैन, rectangular parallelepiped चाहिँ एउटा के हो? Room हो. Sometimes you may be asked to find out the area of the 4 walls of a room. The area of the 4 walls of a room निकाल्दा चाहिँ हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दा फेरि पहिला यो जुन चाहिँ बेस छ यो बेसको चाहिँ हामीले के गर्नु छ पेरिमिटर you know how to find out the perimeter of the base of the rectangular parallelepiped. You know how to find out the perimeter of the base of the rectangular parallelepiped. The rectangular parallelepiped मा यो जुन चाहिँ base छ यो base त rectangle हुन्छ. So what is the perimeter of the rectangle? Twice into L plus B. That is twice into length plus breadth. ठीक छ? तो यो perimeter of the rectangle और पेरिमिटर अफ द बेस निकालेपछि त्यसलाई हामीले यो हाइटले के गर्नुपर्छ मल्टिप्लाई गरिदिनुपर्छ त यो हाइटले मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने साथ हाम्रो के निस्किन्छ यो एरिया अफ द फोर वल्स अफ अ रुम निस्किहाल्छ ठीक छ सो नम्बर 3 मा के लेख्छौं एरिया अफ फोर वल्स अफ ए रूम is equal to twice within bracket length plus breadth ठीक छ के गर्यो हामीले यो जुन चाहिँ रेक्ट्याङ्गुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड को यो बेस छ यो बेसको चाहिँ हामीले के निकाल्नु पेरिमिटर दिस इज लेन्थ दिस इज ब्रेथ त ट्वाइस इन्टु एल प्लस बी गर्दा यु विल गेट द पेरिमिटर अफ द बेस पेरिमिटर अफ द बेस निस्कियो किनभने यो बेस के हो रेक्ट्याङ्गल हो त रेक्ट्याङ्गल को पेरिमिटर को फर्मुला के हुन्छ twice into length plus breadth that will give you the perimeter of this base so if you multiply it by height you will get the area of the four walls of a room or rectangular parallelepiped okay twice into L plus B into what will you write here you have to write here height so this is the area of four walls of a room so I think you have understood it okay so we can copy it so number 2 volume of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to length into breadth into height number 3 area of four walls of a room is equal to twice within bracket L plus B that is length plus breadth bracket close into height okay so next one is you have to find out the length of the diagonal of the rectangular parallelepiped okay so you can copy it so let us find out the length of the diagonal of the rectangular parallelepiped okay so let us draw a rectangular parallelepiped again and we have to find out the length of the diagonal of the rectangular parallelepiped okay so this is a rectangular parallelepiped right so diagonal means how many diagonals can you draw in a rectangular parallelepiped we can draw 4 diagonals so let us draw one of the diagonals so let us write the name out here A B C D E F G H okay so let us join this A and H let us join these A and H okay you see the जोड्यो A र H ठीक छ A र H जोड्यो त यो भयो L यो भयो B यो भयो H this is the length of the rectangular parallelepiped this B is the breadth of the rectangular parallelepiped and this H is the height of the rectangular parallelepiped okay so now let us join this AC यो AC join भयो हैन यो तलको के हुन्छ तिमीको रेक्ट्याङ्गल हुन्छ यो तल्लो भाग के भयो रेक्ट्याङ्गल यो तल्लो भाग तिमीको के भयो यो रेक्ट्याङ्गल भयो ठीक छ अच्छा यो लियौं यो तल्लो भाग यो जुन चाहिँ ABCD पोर्सन छ यो ABCD पोर्सन चाहिँ यो तल्लो भाग अच्छा तल्लो भाग म यसरी लेख्दै छु अब यसरी राख्दै छु ठीक छ यो तल्लो भाग है ABCD सो यदि यो जोइन गर्दियो भने के हुन्छ यदि यो जोइन गर्यो भने you will get a right angle triangle here this is the length and this is the breadth and you can find out this hypotenuse त यो पनि के हुन्छ this CB is perpendicular to AB किनभने यो 3 डाइमेन्सनल फिगर भनेर भन्छ हामी यो चाहिँ हामीले यसरी स्पेसमा मात्रै बनाउन सक्छौं त यहाँ बनाउँदा चाहिँ यो राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल जस्तो देखेन। अब हेर है, मैले अघि नै भने यहाँ यो लेन्थ भयो नि यो ब्रेथ भयो, यो त 90 डिग्री भयो नि त। यहाँ हामीले बनाउन सक्दैन यो बेसमा, ठीक छ। सो दिस इज अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, दिस इज द लेन्थ एन्ड दिस इज द ब्रेथ एन्ड दिस इज द हाइपोटेन्युज। यु नो पाइथागोरस थ्योरम, this hypotenuse whole square is equal to this perpendicular whole square plus base whole square. Okay, so now in this case this AC is the hypotenuse, AB is the base and BC is the perpendicular, right? So in right angle triangle ABC, in right angled triangle ABC, here we have AC square is equal to this AC square is equal to this AB square plus BC square। किनभने यो ABC एउटा के हो, राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल हो। एक्चुअली यो के हुन्छ, 90 डिग्री हुन्छ यो। इज दैट क्लियर? सो पाइथागोरस थ्योरम इज यूज्ड हियर। AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, or what is AC square we don't know। this is AC square is equal to AB square is length square plus BC square is, this is your B square, length square plus base square। Is that clear? Now again consider this is also a right angle triangle, isn't it? So now here in this case this is, now this will be the base, this will be the height, अनि यो भित्र एउटा के छ, एउटा डायगोनल छ। यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म तिमीले एउटा डायगोनल बनाए, यहाँदेखिको लिएर भित्रबाट यो पोइन्टदेखि लिएर भित्र छेडेर यहाँसम्म आयो भनेपछि यो पनि एउटा के भयो, राइट एंगल ट्रायंगलै हुँदैछ। त्यसरी नै यहाँ एउटा HAC इज अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, राइट? HAC इज अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, HAC इज अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल। त्यसमा यो AC को लेन्थ कति आउँदैछ त? सो AC इज इक्वल टु रुट ओभर L स्क्वायर प्लस B स्क्वायर। तो यो AC को लेन्थ कति भयो, रुट ओभर L स्क्वायर प्लस B स्क्वायर। इज दैट क्लियर? दैट इज AC को लेन्थ कति भएछ, रुट ओभर L स्क्वायर प्लस B स्क्वायर। यो HC कति छ, H, and you have to find out the length of the diagonal AH, right? So therefore length of the diagonal AH, length of the diagonal AH, length of the diagonal AH is, length of the diagonal AH is given by, here also you can use the Pythagoras theorem, that is AH square, that is your hypotenuse whole square, is equal to this base square, that is AC square plus this is your AC square plus HC square plus this is your HC square। So or AH square is equal to, what is this AC whole square, that is root over L square plus B square whole square plus what is HC whole square, that is your small h whole square। Is that clear now? So I think you have understood this figure, so you can draw this figure also, okay? So you can draw this figure to understand it. So or what do we get here now? AH square is equal to, what is this square root whole square? Square root will be removed, okay? You will get L square plus B square plus, you can write here H square। So what is the value for AH now? So AH is equal to root over L square plus B square plus H square। So this is the length of the diagonal of the rectangular parallelepiped, okay? So write down, therefore length of the rectangular parallelepiped, length of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to, what is the formula here? Length of the rectangular, length of the diagonal, length of the diagonal of, that is length of the diagonal of rectangular parallelepiped, or you may write cuboid, is equal to, what is the formula? This is L square plus B square plus H square. So is that understood now? So you can copy it. So now we will do the recapitulation now. अहिले भर्खर हामीले जे फर्मुला लेख्यौं त्यो फेरि हामी एकपल्ट त्यसको समरी लेख्छौं यहाँ, ठीक छ? त रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड और क्युबोइड भनेको बुझ्यो सबैले? त रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेड और क्युबोइड भनेपछि हाम्रो के आउँछ? लेन्थ, ब्रेथ र हाइट को कुरा आउँछ। त नम्बर 1 हामीले याद गर्नुपर्ने के रहेछ? टोटल सरफेस एरिया। टोटल सरफेस एरिया of the rectangular parallelepiped or cuboid is equal to, what is the formula? 2 into LB भनेको length into breadth plus BH, B into breadth into height plus height into length. So this is the formula for total surface area of the rectangular parallelepiped or cuboid, okay? And number two is you can write down the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped or cuboid is equal to L into B into H. That is length into breadth into height. Okay? And number 3, area of 4 walls of a room. That is, room is just like a rectangular parallelepiped, and we are calculating the area of 4 walls of a room, which is equal to, what is the formula? Twice within bracket L plus B into H. Twice within bracket length plus breadth into height. And number 4 will be your length of the diagonal, of the rectangular parallelepiped is equal to, what is the formula? It is root under L square plus B square plus H square. Is that clear? So these are the formula that you should know it. So तिमीले यो याद गर्नुपर्छ है. So where L is equal to length, B is equal to breadth, and what is H? And H is equal to height of what? Of the rectangular parallelepiped or cuboid. So you can copy it. So यो formula चाहिँ तिमीले राम्रोसँग याद गर्ने, यो याद गरेपछि you can do problems from the book. Okay, so you can copy it. अच्छा, अब हामी क्यूब गर्ने छौं. त्यो रेक्टेंगुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेडलाई क्यूब भनेर भनिन्छ जब लेन्थ, ब्रेथ र हाइट सबै इक्वल हुन्छ. जस्तै यो एउटा क्यूब भयो. अघि नै मैले भने एक्चुअली यो क्यूब हो. त यहाँ यो क्यूब कसरी भयो भन्दाखेरि दिस इज द लेन्थ, दिस इज द ब्रेथ एन्ड दिस इज द हाइट. तर यहाँ हामीले के देख्यौं? लेन्थ, ब्रेथ, हाइट सबै इक्वल भयो. यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं? क्यूब भनेर भन्छौं. बुझेन? यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं भने क्यूब भनेर भन्छौं, किनभने यसमा लेन्थ, ब्रेथ, हाइट सबै के छ? इक्वल छ. त यसको पनि फर्मुला लेखौं अब. नम्बर 1, total surface area एकछिन नलेख्नु है ल तिमीले just try to understand it. म जुन चाहिँ लेख्नु भन्छ अन्त मात्रै लेख्नु. Total surface area of the cube is equal to, we can derive it from the formula of rectangular parallelopiped. बुझ्दैछ? So twice within bracket, what is the formula for rectangular parallelopiped? Total surface area twice LB plus BH plus HL. Is that clear? तर यसमा के हुन्छ, क्युबमा लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै इक्वल हुन्छ. That is L is equal to B is equal to H is equal to A भनेर लेख्ने. सपोज राइट, किन लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै इक्वल भएको कारणले गर्दा हामीले के लेख्यौँ, A. त्यहाँ कति भयो, 2A into A plus A into A plus A into A, right? So is equal to 2 within bracket, this is A square plus A square plus A square, which is equal to 2 into, what is A square plus A square plus A square? 3A square, which is equal to, this is your 6A square. So what is the total surface area of the cube? It is 6A square. त यसमा यो जुन चाहिँ लेन्थ ब्रेथ र हाइट भन्छ, यसलाई चाहिँ हामी एजेस भन्छौँ. बुझ्यौ? All the edges are equal here. किनभने लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै इक्वल भएको कारणले गर्दा यसलाई हामी, यो प्रत्येकलाई हामी के नाम दिन्छौँ, एज भनेर भन्छौँ. All the edges are equal in this case. So where A is equal to length of each edge of the cube भनेर भन्छौँ. Where A is the length of each edge of the cube. So I think you have understood it. Okay, so this is number 1 formula, right? अनि नम्बर 2, त तिमीले यो डिराइभ गरिरहनु पर्दैन है, खाली के लेख्नुपर्छ, टोटल सर्फेस एरिया अफ द क्यूब इज इक्वल टु 6A स्क्वायर. एकछिन म अहिले लेखाउँछु, अहिले जस्ट ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट. ओके, नम्बर 2, volume of the cube. Volume of the cube is equal to, for rectangular parallelopiped, what is the formula? L into B into H. तर क्यूबमा लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै के हुन्छ, इक्वल हुन्छ, which is equal to A, right? So it is A into A, which is equal to कति भयो, A cube. What is this A? Where A is the length of each edge of the cube. बुझ्दैछ? Next, यो भयो volume of the cube is equal to A cube, right? And then next, length of the diagonal of the cube. Length of the diagonal of the cube. Length of the diagonal of the cube is equal to, what is the formula first? त पहिला रेक्ट्याङ्गुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेडको फर्म लेख्नु. अघि भर्खर हामीले डिराइभ गरेको थियौँ, द्याट इज रुट ओभर एल स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर प्लस एच स्क्वायर. बट क्युबमा लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै इक्वल हुन्छ, विच इज इक्वल टु ए. सो विच इज इक्वल टु रुट ओभर, दिस इज यर a square plus a square plus a square is equal to, this is your root over 3a square. So you can only get the square root of a square, which is equal to a, and this is root 3. You cannot take the square root of 3. That is, what is square root of a square? A, it comes outside the square root. And what is the square root of 3? It is root over 3, because you cannot get exact square root of 3. So it remains as it is. So it is a root over 3. So what is a here? A is the length of each edge of the cube. Is that understood now? So here in this case, अब हामीले यसरी डिराइभ गरिरहनु पर्दैन, जस्ट तिमीले एउटा समरी जस्तो लेख्नु. फेरि बुझ्यौ? अघि मैले जुन चाहिँ समरी लेखेको थियो फर्मुला, त्यो याद गर्ने रेक्ट्याङ्गुलर प्यारालेलोपाइपेडको. द्याट इज total surface area of the rectangular parallelopiped is equal to twice within bracket LB plus BH plus HL. What is the volume of the rectangular parallelopiped? LBH. What is the area of the four walls of a room is equal to twice within bracket L plus B into H. And the last one was length of the diagonal of the rectangular parallelopiped is equal to root over L square plus B square plus H square, where L is equal to length, B is equal to breadth, and h is equal to height of the rectangular parallelepiped. त्यति याद गरे पनि भइहाल्छ rectangular parallelepiped मा. अब क्यूब मा हामी के लेख्छौं? So let us write it again. This is the summarization. Now summary will be number 1, total surface area of the cube. Total surface area of the cube. Here is a formula. What is the total surface area of the cube? That is your 6a square, right? 6a square, where a is equal to length of each edge of the cube. यो क्यूब को प्रत्येक लेन्थ, यो पनि a, यो पनि a, यो पनि a, किनभने यसमा लेन्थ ब्रेथ हाइट सबै के हुन्छ? इक्वल हुन्छ. ठीक छ? अनि next one is number 2, volume of the cube. Volume of the cube, directly you can write a cube. And number 3, length of the diagonal. So length of the diagonal is equal to, what is it? What is the length of the diagonal? Length of the diagonal will be equal to, what was length of the diagonal? It is a root over 3. Length of the diagonal for rectangular parallelepiped is root over L square plus B square plus H square. LBH is equal to huncha, sabai equal huncha for the cube, right? This is for the cube. That is root over a square plus a square plus a square. That is root over 3a square. What is square root of a square? A. Then it is root over 3. So here you can write where a is equal to length of each edge of the cube. Length of each edge of the cube. So I think you have understood it. So for cube, total surface area of the cube is equal to 6a square. Number 2, volume of the cube is equal to a cube. Number 3, length of the diagonal is equal to a root 3, where a is equal to length of each edge of the cube. So यो formula चाहिँ तिमीले राम्रोसँग याद गर्ने. ठीक छ? बुझेर तिमीले याद गरे नि याद भइहाल्छ. Now we'll do problems from the book. So now we will do question from the book. Let us work out exercise 4. This is from page number 74 from the book Ganit Prakash for class 10 by West Bengal Board of Secondary Education. So let's do question number 3. So question number 3 is the length, breadth and height of a cuboidal room are 5 meter, 4 meter and 3 meter respectively. That means एउटा cuboidal room छ. Cuboidal room भनेको rectangular parallelopiped. Length is given as 5 meter, breadth is given as 4 meter and height is given as 3 meter. Right? So let us write the length of the longest rod which can be kept in that room. You have to find out the length of the longest rod that can be kept in that room. The longest rod, सबभन्दा लामो लम्बाइ भएको रड जुन चाहिँ त्यो रुममा राखिनु सक्छ त्यसको चाहिँ के निकाल्नु भन्दैछ? लेन्थ निकाल्नु भन्दैछ. That is your diagonal. So diagonal is the longest rod that can be put in that cuboidal room. That means you have to find out the length of the diagonal. Is that clear? So write down. Therefore, length of the diagonal is equal to, what is the formula? This is root over L square plus B square plus H square, right? So which is equal to root over, what is the length? Whole square. Length is given as 5. This is your 5 whole square. What is breadth? Whole square. This is your 4 whole square plus what is height? Whole square. That is your 3 whole square. Is that clear? So which is equal to root over, this is your 25 plus 16 plus 9, which is equal to root over, this is 25 plus 25, which is equal to root over 50. So you can write it in the simplest sorts, which is equal to root over 50 means 25 multiplied by 2. You cannot get the exact square root of 50. So 50 can be written as 25 multiplied by 2, which is equal to, this is, what is square root of 25? That is 5. And you cannot get the exact square root of 2, so it remains as it is, that is root 2. And what is the unit? Since length, breadth and height are given in terms of meters, m, so this unit is also meter. That is, length of the diagonal is in meters. I think you have understood it. So this is the length of the longest rod which can be kept inside that cuboidal room, which is equal to 5 root 2 meter. So therefore, length of the longest rod, which is equal to 5 root over 2 meter. So this is the answer. I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. We'll do the next question now. So now we'll do the next question, that is question number 4 of same exercise. The area of one surface of a cube is 64 square meter. Let us calculate the volume of the cube. Now this is the question of cube. Cube भनेको यस्तो हैन, length, breadth र height सबै के हुनु पर्यो equal. The area of one surface of a cube, एउटा surface लियौं. एउटा surface भनेपछि कुनै एउटा surface लिने, एउटा surface लियो. The area of one surface of a cube के हुन्छ? यसमा यो जुन चाहिँ छ यो breadth हरे, यो height हरे हैन, यो दुईटा पनि के हुन्छ? इक्वल हुन्छ. भनेपछि यो सर्फेस के भयो? एउटा स्क्वायर भइगयो. यो के भयो? स्क्वायर. यो दुईटा इक्वल भयो भने योसँग यो दुईटा पनि इक्वलै हुन्छ. बुझ्यौ? That means all the four sides of this surface are equal. All the four sides of this surface are equal. That means this is a square. त तिमीले क्लास 9 मा स्क्वायर गरेको हुनुपर्छ. बुझ्यौ हैन? त यहाँ क्यूब को कुरा आउँदैछ. क्यूब भनेपछि यो प्रत्येक सर्फेस चाहिँ के हुन्छ? स्क्वायर भइहाल्छ. क्यूब भनेपछि यो प्रत्येक सर्फेस चाहिँ के हुन्छ रे? स्क्वायर हुन्छ. Now we have to find out the volume of the cube also. The volume of the cube को फर्मुला के हो? Small a whole cube, where a is equal to length of each edge of the cube. ठीक छ? यो पनि a सपोज भयो, यो पनि a सपोज भयो, यो पनि a सपोज भइगयो. त तिमीले के सपोज गर्छौ? Let the length of each edge of the cube be a. ठीक छ? Let the length of each edge of the cube be a. भनेपछि यो पनि a भयो, यो पनि a भयो, यो पनि a भयो, सबै a भइगयो. त क्वेशनमा चाहिँ के दिएको छ? The area of one surface of a cube भनेको the area of one surface of a cube भनेको के हो? The area of this square is 64 square meter. त area of the square को फर्मुला के हो त? यदि length of each edge of the square a हो भने what is the area of the square? That is edge whole square or side whole square, that is your a square भइहाल्छ. ठीक छ? सो यहाँ हामी के सपोज गर्छौं? पहिला let the length of each edge of the cube, let the length of each edge of the cube be small a meter. ठीक छ? त यो एउटा सर्फेस चाहिँ स्क्वायर भइगयो. So what is the area of the square? Side whole square or length of each edge whole square. That is the formula for area of the square. So now therefore area of one surface, area of one surface of the cube, area of one surface of the cube भनेको नि के भयो? Area of a square भइगयो. What is the formula? That is your side whole square. यो साइड भनेको नै एज हो. यो साइड भनेको नै लेन्थ अफ इच एज, which is equal to के सपोज भयो? a. This is your a whole square, which is equal to a square. What is the unit for area? Area भनेपछि दुई पल्ट मल्टिप्लाई गर्यो स्क्वायर भइगयो. दुईपल्ट मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा स्क्वायर युनिट हामी के लेख्छौँ मिटर So this is the area of one surface of the cube is equal to a square meter. But by question, what is the area of one surface of the cube? It is 64 square meter. But by question, area of one surface of the cube is equal to 64 square meter. भनेपछि यो दुईटा के हुनु पर्यो इक्वल यो हामी आफै निकालेको यो क्वेशनले दिएको भनेपछि यो दुईटा के हुनु पर्यो इक्वल सो देयरफोर a square is equal to 64. Is that clear? So or a is equal to root over 64 or a is equal to what is root over 64? 8. What is square root of 64? That is your 8. But see, a हामीले के सपोज गरेको थियौ a was assumed as length of each edge of the cube is equal to a meter, that is your 8 meter. Therefore, length of each edge of the cube is equal to length of each edge of the cube is equal to what is the formula? A cube, isn't it? A cube, or you may write side whole cube also. Okay, side whole cube. Side भनेको के हो? Length of each edge of the cube. Side whole cube or a cube लेख्दा पनि भयो formula where side भनेको length of each edge of the cube. So what is the value for a? That is your 8 whole cube. 8 whole cube means 8 into 8 into 8, which is equal to 64 multiplied by 8, which is equal to, now multiply them, 512. Length of each, volume of the cube, this is volume, not length of each edge of the cube. This is volume of the cube. Therefore, volume of the cube, you have to find out the volume of the cube, isn't it? So volume of the cube is equal to, this is a cube. So you volume of the cube is equal to a cube, which is equal to side whole cube. We may write side whole cube also. Side means length of each edge whole cube. What is a whole cube here? 8 whole cube. 8 whole cube means 8 into 8 into 8. If you multiply this 8 3 times, you will get 512. Okay. So what is the formula for volume of the cube? A cube. A cube भनेपछि a हामीले 3 पल्ट मल्टिप्लाई गर्यौं त a 8 मिटर भयो त मिटर इन्टु मिटर इन्टु मिटर के भयो क्युबिक मिटर त भोल्युम को युनिट के हुन्छ क्युबिक मिटर so this is 512 cubic meter so what is the volume of the cube so volume of the cube is equal to 512 cubic meter so I think you have understood it okay so this much is for today so you revise all the formula that we did today so you should know all the formula that we did today and you should revise these two problems त आज हामी यो दुईटा प्रब्लम मात्रै गर्छौं तिमीको सजिलो लागि त घरमा यो राम्रोसँग रिभिजन गर्नु त नेक्स्ट क्लासमा we'll do more problems on this chapter that is rectangular parallelopiped or cuboid and cube is that clear so this much is for today